In Nevada, about 150 miles north of Las Vegas, lies a vast area of resources for the bioenergy industry. Within a 50-mile radius of Pioche, Nevada, rests about 900,000 acres of the Pinyon juniper woodlands. Within these 900,000 acres is approximately 7 million tons of accessible biomass. The location of these woodlands brings a lot of potential. The Union Pacific Railway runs through Caliente, just to the south of Pioche, and all the way to the port of Los Angeles, making it convenient to transport material from here in eastern Nevada for domestic or international shipment. Our first stop brings us just a few miles east of Panaca, Nevada. From here, you can see off into the distance on all sides the extent of the Pinyon juniper woodlands located here in Lincoln County. These woodlands extend into Utah and up into the northern counties, as well as all throughout the southwestern United States. The Bureau of Land Management has identified the Pinyon juniper an invasive species. According to the BLM's land use plans, they anticipate the thinning or clearing of this woodland type in order to improve the landscape. In the foreground, you see a density of trees that are tentatively too small to become enough biomass at 2 to 3 bone-dry tons per acre for industrial uses. This is what the BLM considers Phase 1. Looking off into the distance to the east, you can see where the tree population becomes denser. This is what BLM considers to be Phase 2 and offers more potential for industrial utilization. Given biomass yields of 6 to 7 bone-dry tons per acre in those areas, the BLM is considering whole tree chipping in select areas. In the far background, you can see where the landscape is basically filled in with mature stands of the Pinyon juniper woodland type. This is imagined to be the sweet spot to harvest for industrial uses. As we continue to our second stop, just a bit further east of Panaca, you can see the extent of the Phase 3 woodlands as it continues on and on in all directions for hundreds of thousands of acres. These areas can yield upwards of 17 tons per acre of biomass. Mature pinyon and juniper trees have very high BTU content, making this a great source of biomass. Areas such that you see here have been identified throughout Lincoln County, many other areas in Nevada, neighboring Utah, and many southwestern states by the BLM for landscape restoration. The BLM would prefer to do whole tree chipping within Phase 3 areas and to harvest these trees in a pattern of mosaics. With this method, newly made clearings will allow grasses and forbs to grow and restore, while the trees are used for bioenergy. The uncleared areas will provide a stabilized ecosystem for wildlife to endure. The opportunity for the bioenergy industry exists here in eastern Nevada. The Bureau of Land Management is making this a cooperative endeavor in hopes that this invasive species can be cleared for landscape restoration. If you have any questions regarding this development, please contact the Lincoln County Regional Development Authority.